Story time. So I'm telling you about the time when I used to work at a daycare and I had like my first 2-year-old class. This is when I was in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was working with Janice Allen, which is one of probably the best boss I've ever had to date. Like, no joke. But it was my first time working in a daycare with other people's children, and it was this one particular young toddler. His name was Troy. His parents were from Hawaii, so I'm not sure if he was Polynesian or Samoan, but he had this nice dark long hair. And when I tell you, this boy was a climber. Like, I feel like he had it in his DNA to climb literally everywhere. He climbed out of his high chair. He climbed on over like the half doors. He climbed on bookshelves. And this boy never hurt himself. Like, he was literally like, if he is not a professional stuntman or professional rock climber, his mom missed his calling. Because this boy, she warned me. She said, you have a couple of characters in there. Troy was not a bad kid. He was just climbing literally everywhere. I either had to wake him up first or wake him up dead last. It couldn't be in between, because he would either have to help me clean up or he would be the last person to wake up. And when I take this boy, would climb literally everywhere. We had a sink in the classroom. He would climb on the sink and then jump off the counter. Like, this boy was a climber. That was my baby though. This is one time when he got sick. This is when I knew, like, I really can love other people's kids wholeheartedly. He had, built up a relationship and rapport or whatever. He just became my little baby. And one time he had got sick, and his little hair, it was so, like, the fever was so bad, we had to call his mom to come pick him up. But, Jacksonville is one of the largest cities land-wise, and it's still in the United States, huge city. So when she had to come from, it took her time. And he was so sick, his hair was like all on his face. And I just started crying because I couldn't do anything for him. We couldn't give him medicine. And Troy was just like, I just started crying. And his mom, nobody knew but my friend and my director that I cried until after the fact. And then they told the mom, and she called me and was like, he's okay, and all this other stuff. It was just really sad. But that was my baby. Like, Troy, wherever you are, hopefully you remember me. Probably don't, because you were 2 and climbing everywhere. And Troy had nothing but older brothers. He was like the second to the last or something like that. And then his mom had a second child, and he was just as Polynesian or Samoan, because he had that nice thick dark hair as well. But anyways, wherever Troy you at, just know you are still Miss Lambert's baby.